Matthew Moore's Wood Studios. Today is Sunday, August 7th, which means it's time for another weekly shop update. Woo! We've got finish on a tabletop. This center section, as you guys know, as you've been watching while I've been building this, is 8 feet long and she looks fantastic. The extensions are over on top of my bench and they look fantastic as well. I am just so amazingly happy with how the finish is looking on this tabletop. So let me tell you what happened in the shop this week to get me here. First, I had to sand. So with my 6-inch random orbital sander, I threw on a 60 grit pad and I got to work. The extensions, as you can see, were attached to the tabletop, and that allowed me to alleviate any differentiation in height there was between the extensions and the tabletop, or vice versa. And then sanded up through the grits, 100, 150 to 220. And then I took my extensions off and I worked on getting those all nicely finish sanded, the bottom and the sides over at the bench. And then it was time to do some final touches on the tabletop. So I had to round over the edges and do any little bit of cleanup I may have seen. With the butterfly key sanded, I could start putting finish on. But instead of starting with the tabletop itself, I started over at the extensions. So I like to work on the bottom first. I put finish on the bottom and I wipe all of that off, flip the piece over, and then apply my finish to the top section. And what this allows me to do is when I take the extensions or a tabletop like this, and then I want to put them on top of something like painter's pyramids, which I'm doing on the extensions, then I can put those on top after I put my finish on, buffed it out, and that way there's no damage. And if there is any damage from the painter's pyramids, it's on the bottom where you're never going to see it. So I pretty much did the same thing here on the tabletop. I flipped this guy over and started to apply finish on the bottom. Now with this first pass, I didn't really pay attention to every single nook and cranny. I did get a brush out and try to get everything I could, but if I missed something on the first pass, it wasn't the end of the world. Once I got the first pass on the bottom and the sides done, I wiped all of that down and I waited another half hour. And I wiped it down again, and I came back another half hour later and I wiped it down again. And it was time to get working on this guy. So putting finish on this is so much faster than putting finish on the bottom, because the bottom's got all these sections, all these supports, but here it just goes really quick. And it looks fantastic. The butterfly keys came out amazing. Character and the grain looks fantastic. I couldn't be happier. So this was a really great week in the shop. Now I have 2 coats on both the tabletop and the extensions now. So my plan for the rest of the week is 3 coats on the bottom, 5 coats on the top. So I got 1 more for the bottom, flip it over, and then all I'm going to be doing is working on the top and the sides. So that's pretty much it for this week. Now I still have a little bit of work left to do besides building up the finish on the tabletop and the extensions. And that is, when this is all done, I can turn the tapered dowels that are going to connect the tabletop to the base. Hopefully I'll be able to bring that to you guys in the next update. Now I do have a question of the week, and that is, what is your favorite finish? On walnut, as you can see, my favorite finish is using this Sam Maloof poly oil finish from Rockler. It does an amazing job on making this walnut just pop. Now I do like using other finishes as well, but that's probably my favorite on walnut. On mahogany, my favorite is going to shellac with some tinted wax. But let me know what yours is. Leave those answers down in the comments below. Now, if you're interested in building this project and you don't currently have a yearly subscription, then here's what I want to do for you guys right now. Send me an email to help@mmwoodstudio.com, and I'm going to send you an amazing, absolutely amazing coupon code to the school. It'll be a great code for the yearly membership, and it will get you access to all 7 projects online now, plus everything that's going to be built in the next year. And that includes the hand plane project. We're building a full set of wooden body hand planes, a tool cabinet, and then I got some more really fun classes lined up after that. So as always, please subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. If you're watching this on Facebook, hit the like button, share in your timeline, and head over to MM Wood Studio page and like us there as well. And as always, have a great week in the shop.